Yeah, everything is fine, friends.
Fine, Ravi.
Yeah, Sakti, are you there? Sakti,
Yes, yes.
keep your
Yeah,
doubt,
yeah.
keep your doubt. Okay, if any explanation is there, don't going on, don't disturb. Right. After ending the session, I will give each and every one time to ask whatever your doubts is there. Even I will clarify it. Okay. Till now, wait. If I'm not able to like what is that? Complete your doubt ending of the session. Okay. So then you have to ask. Okay. I know that whatever doubt and but between the explanation, if you disturb, right, then what is that? All flow will disturb, right? I'm not saying that don't ask, right? But if the any serious discussion is going on in between, don't disturb it, right? So now, fine, I will give you the chance. Okay, I will give you the chance and time. Okay, whatever your doubt is there, I will clarify it also, right? Don't worry about that. Now, fine, friends. So the thing is here, what is that? Here, who's the taking care all responsibility to converting this DOM in the dynamic Angular only, right? So means what is that?
Yeah,
Series.
Ravi.
So here, what is that? Whenever we are taking that library, we need to, what is that? Activate, right? We need to generate some event, right? We need to write some code, and based on that code only our browser is generating event and it's performing these things, right? Come on. But whenever we are
Yes, Ravi.
using, whenever we are using, what is that? Angular framework or
Angular framework.
any framework, then what is that? All responsibility is taken care by whom? All responsibility
Framework only.
framework only. We won't need to write those things, right? So the problem with what is that? The problem with the main key point is what is that? So issue with what is that? Issue with what is that? What is the issue with what is that? jQuery and JavaScript now, guys. Okay, what is the issue with what is that? JavaScript or jQuery, 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 and what is that? And JavaScript issues, right? What is the issue with these two technology, right? So just we understood. Now I'm giving the conclusion now. Cannot using the library and what is that? Language. We cannot control application. We cannot control what is that? Application flow, right? Come on, even though we seen that, right? Even though we seen that.
Yes, Ravi.
Now what is that? So if we want to control our application, then what is that? Our application will depend on events, right? Events. Even though we seen that one events, what is that? Key up event, right? We wrote key up event function, right? So now here what is that? If we want to use, so depends on what is that? Lot. Depends on what is that? Lot of event. If we are using the library, then what is that? It depends on lot of library. And if we want to perform any dynamic operation on the page, if we want to perform any operation, means manipulation is happening, right? Whenever we are writing this, means what is that? This
Yes, Ravi.
static DOM is converting in the dynamic here, right? Means this manipulation is happening or not internally by using which function now?
Yeah, Ravi.
By
Yeah.
using which function? Key up function, right? By using which function now? Key up
Yes,
function.
Ravi.
So same like in
Yeah, function.
now, just assume that we are seeing only one input. Because of that, we wrote this much code. We wrote what is that? This much code. Just assume that so many things if we want to implement, then how many event we will write it now? How many event manipulation is happening now? How many event manipulation happening now? So now with what is that? So lot of DOM manipulation manipulation, right? Manipulation, okay, manipulations is happening, right? Lot of DOM manipulations is happening. Manipulation is spelling is correct, friends? Manipulation,
Yes, Ravi.
right? Now what is that? If we want to perform, what is that? How many? So many, what is that? So many. every input, right? Every input, what is that? References. ID means what is that? ID means what is that? Tags, right? References, and these references we are using or not? Come on. So we need to write what is that? Lot of references in our application. What we need to do? We need to use what is that?
Lot of
Lot of references.
Yes,
Lot
Ravi.
of references, right? Lot of references. And what is that? If we want to perform the operation, any operation using the library, we need to write what is that? Lot of code also. Come on, we need to write what is that? Lot of code also. Lot of
Code. Yes,
code
Ravi.
also, right? Lot of code also. Now just see this, guys. Nowadays the people are using, if you are using the Facebook or Amazon application, whenever you are dragging, all items is like coming, right? All items is coming. But what is that? With what is that? What is the issue? Navigation issue is there with what is that? JavaScript and the jQuery. Navigation issues is there, right? In this kind of, nowadays the people are going to use what is that? Robotic kind of things in between. If we are giving like back button, next button, right? These kind of things, then what is the use? And right, so if we even though if we are using the jQuery or what is that? If we are using jQuery or what? JavaScript, then our problem is what is that? We need to give what is that? Next, previous, and this kind of button to end user, and that is not good for that, right? So means what is that? So our what is that? Using navigate, sorry, JavaScript, right? We will use what is that? History object is there. History object is there. Locations are there, right? Locations are there. If we use this,
Yes,
like
Ravi.
if we use these objects, right? If we use these objects, there is a no use of now current applications project, right? So like current trending market is what is that? Just every day the people are using Facebook. Like what is that? Whenever you guys are dragging your timeline, downside the page is automatically loaded, right? Automatically loaded.
Yes, Ravi.
So if we use what is that? History means what is the next, previous button. Location means next. I like this button. There is no use, means that is the what is that? Olden days, that jamana is going on, gone, right?
Yes,
So
Ravi.
now internally, whenever we are using that library or JavaScript, right? So we need to like explicitly in the application. Now low level, just we started it, okay? In the future, if need, I will explain. We will learn, we will use it, and we will understand. Lot of ajax call also will be there. Ajax, AJAX, right? Ajax explicitly. What I'm writing explicitly, right? Explicitly, TLY, I think, right? TLY. Okay, correct. Explicitly. Okay.
Yeah, Ravi.
So now explicitly, now don't worry. Whenever we will enter in the Angular, we will understand this area also, right? So in the future things, I mentioned it here, right? These are the problems, right? These are the problems. And what is that? Data binding. Right? Data binding issues is there with what is that? If we are learning with what is that? If we are working with the what is that? Language or what is that? Language or libraries, right? Language or libraries. So then I think the your doubt is clear, right? I think your doubts is clear. Whenever we are using that, this what is that? Whenever we are using what is that? What is the problem with what is that? A JavaScript and a jQuery, right? What is the problem with what is that? JavaScript and right? JavaScript and a jQuery. So the question is, what is that? Do we have framework client side framework? Yes, we have, right? So yes, we have frameworks for the resolving this kind of issue in the client side, right? So yes, we can say, or we can say like using what is that? Using no, like what is that? No out, I think, right? Knockout framework is there, I think so. Yeah, Node.js, yeah, clear. Node.js is there, right? Node.js is there. This is also framework, guys. Okay, This is also framework. So another one is what is that? Ember GS framework is there, right? Ember GS framework is there. Okay. Now another one is what is that? Vol. What is that? Vol GS is there. Vol GS framework is there, right? Vol GS framework is there. And another one is what is that? Angular GS framework is there, right? Angular GS framework is there. And what is that? And what is that? Backbone GS framework is there, right? Using this framework we can resolve this these issues, and we can able to, by using these frameworks, what we can do it now, we can develop what is that? Single page application. We can develop what is that? Single page application, guys. Okay, so but what is that? Nowadays every framework is famous, but nowadays like more famous is what is that? Angular framework, and which is we are going to learn here it, which is we are going to learn, right? Which is we are going to learn it here now. So now the problem is what is the JavaScript, and what is jQuery, and what is Angular JS, guys. Okay, so JavaScript is what? JavaScript is a language, and jQuery is what? Library, and Angular framework is what is that? Combination of library, and it's a combination of what? Library and JavaScript. Clear, friends?
कौन कहता है?
Yes, Raghu.
Hey Pankaj, what are you doing? So now currently the people are using in the market, what is that? Currently the people are using what is that? Angular framework. Angular framework, right? Angular framework, which is the like more usable framework, right? More usable framework. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop its session here itself only. Next weekend onward we will start our what is that? Angular introduction. First we will understand Angular introduction, then we will start TypeScript, friend. Okay, TypeScript, then we will start what is that? JavaScript. So I'm stopping the session here itself only. Next things we will understand in the next weekend. Okay, next weekend, guys. Okay, so I'm stopping the session, guys. We will meet in the next weekend. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi.
Okay, Ravi.
Thank you so.
So yeah, now if anybody having, I'm giving the time, friends. Okay, if anybody having